Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about the extension of British rule in India, social science chapter. That is second chapter. We are going to do it very quick for the SSLC examinations. Okay, let us start by the introduction. During the 18th and 19th century, the British expanded their control in India, and the British East India Company used wars and treaties and political strategies, and major Indian powers resisted British expansion in India. Dear students, when they came to India and when they settled in India, their next step was they want to extend their kingdom or their empire in India. For that purpose, they used many strategies. Let us see one by one, and they also waged a war against Indian kings. And who were that kings? Let us see one by one. The first one is, we'll see the major powers in India, then we'll go to the wars. The major powers which were opposing the Britishers in India, those were the first one foremost. Britishers' enemy is Mysuru rulers, especially in that Mr. Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan. These two peoples were they troubled like anything Britishers. And after that we have Marathas. Then we have Sikh Empire under the Maharaja Ranjit Singh. These were the peoples, those who strongly opposed the Britishers in India. And let us see the Britishers waged a war against. Before that, they introduced some of the policies in India. Let us see the subsidiary alliance. This is for 3 marks, especially 10th standard. That's why we are taking the subsidiary alliance before only. Otherwise, we will be starting this subsidiary alliance after the first Anglo Maratha War. Let it be whatever it is, but we will start with the subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance, this is a policy introduced by Lord Wellesley, and Indian rulers had to keep the British troops in their states, and they had to pay the minimum maintenance and their expenses to the British army, and they could not form alliance without the British permission. Means if they want to take any agreement, if they want to go for any agreement, they have to take the permission of British officers. Then only they were ready to give a permission. Otherwise, if they said no, means the whatever the agreement they are doing now, that is completely stop at there only. Then we can see what are the results of subsidiary alliance. Indian rulers, most of the Indian rulers lost their political independence, lost their kingdom, lost their power in India, and Britishers gained control over the many princely states in India. They became a dominant, and the British influence increased across the India. These were the results. We can see that by implementing the subsidiary alliance, what are the changes we can see? These are the changes we can see in the Britishers Empire. Then after this we have doctrine of lapse. One more interesting policy this is. Why? Because they introduced this policy all over the India. Let us see. It was introduced by Mr. Lord Dalhousie in the year 1848. If a ruler died without a male child or a natural heir, the state would be annexed. Means if the king had no male child to come for the throne, then automatically that entire kingdom is completely belongs to the Britishers. This is a policy, that is doctrine of lapse. Then adopted rulers, that adopted childrens were not accepted by the Britishers. If the king or queen died without a child or without male child, and their adopted child has no right to come for the throne, this is what the doctrine of lapse. Then we have the states which were annexed under the doctrine of lapse. Let us see the Satara, Jhansi, Nagpur, Sambalpur, and they were also comes in the place where the subsidiary alliance. Okay. Then after this we have the next topic, that is Anglo-Maratha wars. Very crucial wars in the history of India, because we will see one by one what were the results and which year they happened. The first Anglo-Maratha War in the year 1775 to 1782, and it was ended with the Treaty of Salbai. Here we can see the Peshwesh Madhav Rao Peshwe. He died, and after his death, his brother Narayan Rao came to the rule, and after he was assassinated by his uncle Raghunath Rao, and he was not actually finally he was not satisfied with that ruler, and after that ruler, when he died, Narayan Rao, his minor child came to the rule, and at that time Britishers helped. It was asked by Raghunath Rao, and they automatically entered into the first Anglo-Maratha War. These are what happened. Let us see the second Anglo-Maratha War. The first Anglo-Maratha War ended with the Treaty of Salbai, and the second Anglo-Maratha War started in 1803 to 1805, and here the real power, the Britishers gained the many territories. And third Anglo-Maratha War from 1870 to 1818, 1817 to 1818, Maratha power entirely declined because there were strong rulers like Shivaji. After the death of Shivaji, we can see the Mahadav Rao Peshwe. He was also called as the second Shivaji. When they died, the Britishers became a dominant. Until their death, they were unable to enter into their kingdom also. This is how the Marathas they lived. And finally, after third Anglo-Maratha War, the Marathas' powers completely it is declined in India. Then we have the conclusion. Let us see. British expanded their rule through the wars and new policies, and subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse helped them to gain a control. By the mid 19th century, most of the India came under the British rule. And after this, we can say that uh, the Britishers how they extended their kingdom in India, and we have Anglo-Sikh wars. We will discuss about them in our next video. Thank you.